In this final lesson of the course, we're gonna finish with the VRAY frame buffer settings and also other VRAY settings for exporting, finalizing our work, and exporting it to do post-production and photo montage, video montage. So basically, what's next after VRAY from Blender here? So in the previous lesson, we explored the shutter speed and the motion blur feature or effect that we can get from our camera. And so we discover many different types of situation here, interior, exterior, how we can manage the lights using the light mix, and how we can work with the render channels to export the various parts of the rendering as layer so that we can basically modify it without re-rendering, but just by changing the effects. We also see here the lens effects, and we work with the lens effects, the blue and the glare, and the depth of field before that with the bokeh and the denoiser, the render quality, the layers, the channels, the presets. Everything we worked basically on the last 3 lessons was about rendering, but also how to use the VRAY frame buffer to do a bit of post-production and applying some extra effects, some additional effects that can help us make our rendering more interesting, more beautiful. And of course, we can continue here to do post-production. I think that the tools available with the VRAY frame buffer are pretty good. This one is the curve tool and can help you work with colors. Again, it's all a matter of dark tones and bright tones. So this graphic here represents how the black parts and the whiter areas of the image are distributed, and you can do like change the dark tones, the mid tones, and the bright tones for all the channels, or you can use the red channel, the green, and the blue. And remember that these colors here, these channels, if you increase them, you will have more color. If you decrease them, the other opposite color will appear. Like for example, if I decrease the green on the bright tones, it will show like the purple, and the bottom part here is going to be the dark tones. And so you can basically analyze and distinguish and divide the various effects here by color, by the main 3 color are RGB. So now I'm not able to go through all of these post-production effects, but these are similar again to what you find usually in Photoshop, GIMP, Pixar, Canva, Photopea, and many other similar alternatives, free alternatives to Photoshop. So you can basically alterate the colors or do color correction or coloring depending on what you're doing. If you want to exaggerate colors, or if you want to make like a little bit of desaturation, probably is going to be more realistic. So it's about fixing, adjusting the overall look. So maybe you can change it, make it look colder or warmer by adjusting the temperature here with the white balance. And this is something we saw we can do in the camera itself. You have a parameter for the white balance. We can do it in the global settings of the render, but we can also do it later. So many of the things you can do while you are preparing the rendering, and in the interactive rendering, and in the production rendering, you can also do it later. So just adjusting a little bit the exposure, again, the contrast, the whites, the blacks, the highlights, the shadows, the midtones. So it's all about that. So you can do it usually or with the slider, or with a value, or with a curve, or some graphics that can help you do it. But you see here we have now working in the highlights. So slowly I will just go through a series of these correction filters or correction layers, and I will adjust the final result. And you can do it definitely here in the VRAY frame buffer. But if you want extra tools, you want like a specific tool for that, a specific software, you can export the image and continue in another software. I'm going to show you a couple of examples later on. Now, remember, if you don't want the background, you want to do a photo montage, meaning you want to change the background and work with the background. Well, you can do it also here. You can see with the background layer, so you can put any type of background and like a green screen or whatever. You can also load an image directly and do the photo montage directly in here. But again, in Photoshop, for example, you have so many additional tools that you don't have here, because this is not a photo editor. It's just a render engine with some photo editing that you can do. So if you want more features, if you want to go more in depth with that, you can go in Photoshop. And we have a video course in Photoshop if you're interested in the channel. But also we have Photopea, we have Canva, we have Pixlr, we have Krita, we have so many of the photo editing tools. Now here you can change background, foreground, opacity, really basic stuff, and that's it. So you have a lot of things you can do, and most of them we explore in the previous lessons. So we use light mix also to switch from a day scene to a night scene. We use the denoiser to remove some noise, but this is also something you can do in Photoshop. You can change the focus and the defocus. You can blur areas and or sharpen areas also in Photoshop, be more specific rather than working on the entire image. Because, well, something you cannot do here is like select only some parts of the image. We are just working on the overall image, and we can work with the layers here. For example, the light mix layers or channels are really important, because you can also save these as images separately and then combine them, work with them in Photoshop again, or any other graphic design application. And this is the noise also level. So we saved a bunch of layers before and channels, so you can render channels to isolate all these different effects that contribute to the final render, and this will give you the possibility to work more specifically on some parts. So here, for example, the self illumination, and it's basically the division, the analysis of the GI, of the global illumination here with the light mix. So you can see the part concerning the artificial lighting, the emissive material, the environment light on the outside. And you can quickly switch from day scene to the night scene without re-render. It's just a matter of adjusting those light mix channel. Now we can save the current channel. We can save all the channels into a separate file, into separate files, or we can save all the channels into one single file, or we can upload to Chaos Collaboration. We can also continue a little bit in Chaos Collaboration using the enhancer and the upscaler. Now I'm going to use GIMP here, the free open source alternative to Photoshop. But again, you can check the other courses if you're interested in the channel. So just if you want to continue with the specific tool, well, if you want to continue with photo editing, these are the tools that I suggest. Photopea is also really good. Well, they are a little bit different from one for the other, but they tend to do the same thing. Now, if you want to proceed in animation and video editing, sorry, or video effects, I suggest Premiere Pro and After Effects. And if you want the free open source alternative, well, I like shortcuts, but also you have like OpenShot, another one, and also others, CapCut. And for After Effects, maybe you want to use something more advanced like Natron. And again, all of this stuff is in our channel. So just look for it in our channel. If you want to see these video courses, just type the name of the course. You can also use the search here directly in the channel. Just type the name of the software you're looking for, or the topic that you're looking for, and you should see a bunch of videos, but also playlists with a course, so you can have an idea. And then if you like it, you can access the full video course. Okay, now I'm gonna go in the rendering folders where I saved the various renderings. So this is the render without the background, and this is also an EXR file containing all the layers. So you can see it's giving me the possibility to open it with the GIMP. And then alternative to this, we can save each single channel to a separate file